This is a recipe for Apple Struesel Slice. It's a good one to do in the tuck shop, but also excellent for home bakers. So to start off, we add the dry ingredients. So that's 1.5 cups of wholemeal self-raising flour, then half a cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So we mix those three things through well until it's an even consistency. Then we make like a well in the middle and pour in the melted polyunsaturated margarine. And there's 120 grams of the margarine, and then 2 lightly beaten eggs. So once we've got all the ingredients in that bowl, we mix well until we have a very even consistency. Once you're happy with the consistency, we then pour it out into a tray, and the tray needs to be 3 centimetres deep, 18 centimetres wide and 28 centimetres long. You could either grease it, or in this case we've lined it with baking paper. It's important that you get the base right to the edges of that pan, as we need to have the whole pan covered. That forms the base of the Apple Struesel Slice. Then we add tinned pineapple. In this case we're using 2 cups. It's a really good thing to have pineapple in the tuck shop, something that you can use either with yogurt or low-fat custard, or else you can use it to make a great apple crumble. And speaking of crumble, we're going to put a crumble on the top of this slice, so it's very similar to the apple crumble that you'll be used to. So we add the dry ingredients as before. So that is 1/4 cup of rolled oats, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of wholemeal plain flour, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then we add 30 grams of polyunsaturated margarine and work it through with our fingers until we get a very even sort of crumble. This will take a little bit of time, but it's worth doing because it makes a great effect on the top of the slice. So once we're happy with the sort of crumble that we've got, we then put it on top of the apple mix. Now, there's not a lot of crumble in this recipe, so it's quite a light covering of the crumble. You can always add more, however, this way we know that it does meet the smart choices. So I recommend that you follow this recipe to ensure that. So once we've got that done, it goes into the oven, and 30 minutes later it is going to be ready to come out. Once we get it out, we will then cut it into 18 squares and it's ready to serve. So I hope you enjoy Apple Struesel Slice.